Thanks, Jamie, for the details on the tax break. Well, it's almost time, as you heard Jamie say, kids to go back to school. And we're going to be talking about books to read before they go back. That's right. We're going to get them reading a book before they go back to school. Katie Davis joins us, as she always does, with great suggestions. Some of these books, you know, kids are supposed to read over the summer. And now the clock's ticking. And
That's
you're
right.
saying...
Well, you know, it just irks me when the words required and reading are in the same sentence because it makes it sound like a chore.
Yeah.
And my kids, sometimes they put it off to the last gasp of summer, and I know there are a lot of kids like that.
Yeah.
You know, summers, you know, they think, well, I don't have to do anything, it's summer. But these books will make that last bit of, hopefully not required reading, but reading for the love of it, and that will hopefully continue on into the school year.
Yeah, and the first book even addresses that.
That's
I saw
right.
the summary on the title. It's perfect.
That's
Talks
right.
about
That's right.
this book.
Kay Winters wrote this book. This school year will be the best, and it takes place on the first day of school when the teacher gathers the kids around, and it's good through up. I think like second grade.
Okay.
But the kids are gathered around in the circle, and they're each saying their wish for the year, and they're really fun. Some of them are silly, like I hope that the water fountain is now a chocolate fountain, and some are a little more hopeful, like I will not play the vegetable in the school play this year.
Yeah.
And then the teacher says her wish at the end. And it's a nice way to just sort of ease the kids into, well, what do you hope is going to happen this year? What are your goals?
Start a
Things like that.
conversation
That's
without putting it down on a list, you know, a goal list.
And if they had, and if they had a required reading list, or if they were just supposed to read a certain number of books, this is a great way to just say, okay, read this book, there's one sentence per page, and there are a lot of reluctant readers out there, I hate to say, but this will make it easier.
And the title to the second book is about not reading.
That's right, and it's by
doesn't seem to make sense.
And it's Connecticut author Tommy Greenwald.
Love that.
Yeah, that's right. And Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Not Reading. It's so funny. And it's not just for reluctant readers, I have to say. But also, having said that, reluctant readers will love it. But I have to warn you, if you're a parent and you're telling your kid, just read one chapter tonight, that's all I'm saying. Just don't pick the ones that only have one sentence. Because there are chapters with one sentence.
Take a look at it beforehand.
It's very funny.
What age level about here?
Well, he's in 6th or 7th. He's in middle school, 6th or 7th grade. So usually kids between 4th grade and 7th grade will read it.
You might want to check it out so it's not frustrating.
It's very, very. Oh, it won't be frustrating. It's an easy read for any kid.
And our third book?
The third one is by Jonathan Auxier. It's his first novel, and it's Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes. And this is the kind of book that will take a kid on an adventure and just sweep him away. It's written this beautiful, I don't want to say old-fashioned style because that gives it the wrong idea, but it's very lyrical, it's beautifully written, and it's about the greatest thief in the world, in the history of the world, and he's a little blind orphan boy.
He's a blind boy.
Yes, who's an orphan.
And a thief.
Yes, and he's a thief. And it sort of gives you the idea of an old-fashioned time where people went on swashbuckling quests, and it's just wonderful. And he steals this box that has 3 pairs of fantastic magical eyes, and he has to go on this quest. And I mean, this book has one-sentence chapters, and this book not so. It's much more dense, but it's the kind of book when a kid gets hooked, they'll just go away, and they will be like, "What? Beach? Huh? What?" No, just want to be sitting reading all day.
Good reading, and we got a Connecticut author in here, so
That's
we really like to support our local authors.
And I just had him on my podcast. I have a weekly podcast all about books, and we had a great time. It was just this week, so if you go on my website, you can find that.
Well, tell us what the website is.
KatieDavis.com.
KatieDavis.com. Always coming in with good suggestions.
Thank you.
Try and get your kid to maybe read a book as they go back to school.
And you can read it together. It's never too old.
Any book. Any book. These are good ones, but any book will do.
That's right.
Thanks, Katie. We'll see you again soon. We love